Well, when the tryouts and the first practices were held, we were gearing up to gather with our families for Thanksgiving. The days were still getting shorter, and every schoolgirl and schoolboy basketball team in the state had dreams of a gold ball. And now we are here. It is time to hand out a gold ball. Good evening. I'm Brent Stevens along with Lisa Richards. And Lisa, we have a girls Class B state championship game featuring #1 from the East, Presque Isle, #1 from the West, Lake Region. 2 losses, both on the side of Lake Region, and a couple of teams that really like to go at their opponents with a lot of speed and a lot of pressure.
Just been a great week for these kids, and it all comes down to tonight's state championship game.
Absolutely. These are experiences that these kids will remember for a lifetime, and the atmosphere here inside the Bangor Auditorium is pretty amped up right at the moment.
You can see right behind us, we've got the Lake Region fans in their blue and gold. And across the way, I'm not sure there's anybody left up in Presque Isle because that whole side of the auditorium is packed, as you can see them right now.
Bangor Auditorium is alive and rocking. The tip comes away to Lake Region. And with it is Sydney Hancock. 5'5" junior. Controls out front. Comes off to the right side to Wandishin. Carter lost the handle and loose on the floor. Scramble. We'll have a whistle and a tie-up. It'll be Presque Isle basketball.
And she averages 18 or 19 boards a game.
There you see her with a jumper off the glass for 2. Presque Isle again looking for their first points of the game. Kayla Richards now gives off to Ireland. Ireland pulls up for the jumper and hits. Presque Isle with the ball, trailing by 2. 4:40 to play here in the first quarter. Richards in the lane, off the glass, 2.
That time they were able to penetrate, and very smartly she pulled up away from Carter so that she could not block the shot.
And there the pressure nearly pays off for the Wildcats. Sydney Hancock gives off now to Craffey. Craffey dumps it inside to Carter. She recovers and can't get it to go. Offensive rebound is up and in, and she is fouled. In the corner, Ireland, no good, too strong. 3-pointer is up and in for Chandler Jarrett. She'll take it all the way in. Now kicks it out, right side, the shot up and in. It's a 2-pointer for Hannah Graham. She'll take it all the way in. Now kicks it out, right side, the shot up and in. It's a 2-pointer for Hannah Graham.
Graham had a great tournament for the Wildcats. Only a freshman. Really, Jeff Hudson could start any of 8 kids here.
And a steal by the Wildcats, and then a block shot, and they get the ball back, but then they promptly turn it over to the Wildcats.
Pretty ragged pace right now. Both teams pushing the ball up the floor.
Carly Bernier is into the game for the Wildcats, and Kayla Richards has come back in as well. And the fans on the other side up in arms as they give the ball to the Lakers. So it is Presque Isle basketball with 1.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It's tied up at 9. Greg gives off to Bernier. Now over to Richards. Richards down along the baseline. Pass comes across to Kingsbury. Now gives that up to Graham. They'll work it around the other side.
Good ball movement by Presque Isle to get the open shot. They're a very unselfish group, just inside the line for 2 on that one.
Just inside the line. Clock down to 10 seconds. Richards gets it into the corner. Bernier, 3!
And you see, that brings the Presque Isle fans to their feet. What a great first quarter we've had in this state championship game.
14-9 the score at the end of 1. We're back with second quarter action. They'll set it up out front with Hancock.
Lake Region takes a few 3-point shots throughout their game. It's one of those teams, they keep shooting until they make them, and then once they get hot, they average about 24% from behind the arc during the season.
Pull-up jumper from the lane is in. Graham pushes it up. Gets it over to Bernier. Bernier nails a 3.
And that's going to bring a timeout for Coach Paul True. Going to take a 30-second timeout. They've got to extend out on the Presque Isle shooters out on the perimeter.
Now Sydney Hancock. Right side, the shot up and in by Crappy.
That's Crappy. Did we just mention that she set a 3-point record?
We did. Once again, pressure. Ball is loose, and it's Presque Isle basketball. The shot put up by Jarrett, no good. Gets her own rebound. It's blocked. Bernier, yes. So each team turning the ball over. Jarrett, 3. She hits it. Under 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. The 3-pointer is on the mark.
Left all alone. You can't leave Crappy all alone on the outside, and that's an adjustment that Presque Isle will need to make.
Takes a peek at the clock. Graham forces it up. Getting a hand on it was Hancock. Ball out of bounds, and they'll have 2.7 seconds. Well, perhaps she didn't get a hand on it. Well, I think that's what Coach Hudson is arguing.
Yeah, he's over there talking to the official. He's asking, did anybody else see? We thought that he thought that they got a hand on it, but apparently not. Shot
up at the buzzer, thrown up by Sydney Hancock. No good, and that's the end of the first half of play. Presque Isle leads it 26-19. We are underway in Lake Region with the ball to start things here in the second half of play, and they go right to Carter, and she hits for 2.
Well, she's got a nice turnaround jumper from that low block.
Again, she's a 6'1" sophomore for the Lakers. Now they'll get it down to Stewart. Ball out of bounds, last touch by Carter, so it'll remain Wildcat basketball. Into the lane, it goes to Richards, who lays it in for 2. 15 points in this game. Certainly, if you're a Lakers fan, you hate to see her on the bench. You want to see her on the floor.
And right now, if you're Presque Isle, you're going to want to try to get the ball inside and see if you can draw some contact. She's going to have to play smart. She may have to play a little careful in there.
Nickerson can't penetrate. Now gets it to Jarrett. Jarrett in amongst the trees, and the ball is loose. Picked up by the Lakers, pushed up by Sarah Hancock, and laid up and in.
A lot of people very excited for that, and yet a lot of people are very nostalgic about this building.
Mixed emotions. Certainly people realize that nothing lasts forever, but boy, what a great venue this has been for high school basketball.
Great
now
pass.
Inside to Kingsbury.
Taylor Jarrett with a great pass inside. Again, that lob pass is not easy to throw.
And Jarrett able to connect on that one, and now a tie-up will give the ball back to the Wildcats. She hits the second. Now the Wildcats up against pressure. Graham along the sideline gets it to Jarrett. Jarrett from inside the arc hits.
I got to tell you why she's such a great leader. She thought about that shot. She looked up to the clock, realized she had another minute .6, took one more dribble and got off a great shot.
Gives her team a 6-point lead. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of play right after this.
Again, they'll see that full court pressure here.
The Lakers get it up. Layup no good by Sarah Hancock. Second effort pays. Now there's a Stewart off the right block. He is stopped up there by Carter.
Remember, Carter playing with
Taken
three
away.
fouls.
Sydney Hancock taken away, takes it away, takes it down to the other end, feels the contact, bounces it off the glass for two, and she'll go to the line to try to make it a three-point play. We'll send Lake Region to the line. Lake Region has committed but 3 fouls here in the second half. And who knows, that may play a factor before this one is over. The three-pointer is up and in as Craffy nails it.
We said she's a streaky shooter. She hits one, she can get on fire, and certainly for Lake Region, that's what they're hoping right now.
And Lake Region finds himself ahead, but not for long as Kayla Richards comes the other way and hits.
Kelsey Winslow's getting ready to check back into the game for Lake Region.
Carter hits Craffy out on the point. Out on her is Jarrett. Cannot leave Craffy alone.
Again, Carter's going to have to be careful on the offensive end as well. She and Stewart have been battling for position down there, both doing a little pushing and shoving.
Well, her last foul was picked up on that offensive end.
You know, they're both working hard for position down on the low post. The difference is, right now Carter's playing with 4 fouls.
Allison Clark gives the ball up to Sarah Hancock. Into the lane, drives by the defender and lays it in for 2.
Boy, she's having a great game here in this state championship game. She's a kid that comes off the bench and provides a great spark for them.
The 5'4" freshman takes it right down the lane and gives her team the lead. Now Stewart again has it knocked away, and now we'll have a foul on Meredith Stewart as she lost the ball and in an effort to get it back, commits the foul. 2 for 2 from the foul line. Misses the first foul shot. Pushing it up, Kayla Richards. Now Jarrett leaves it for Nickerson in the lane. Rolls it home for 2. So the Wildcats down by 1 with the ball. And Richards hits and gets the foul.
Yeah, she was held on that going up and still stayed with it. Finished the layup, and now she gets to go to the basket, to the foul line.
Look at it here. Watch this.
Just using her strength right now. She
went to the left hand. 5'5" senior Kayla Richards. Takes a breath, takes the shot, off the back of the rim. Tracked down by Lake Region, pushing it up. Sydney Hancock gives over to Sarah. Sydney gets it back off the glass for 2.
And those cousins will be talking about that at Thanksgiving next year. Nickerson
gives over to Richards. Richards changes direction. Now Stewart from the lane and in for 2. Chandler Jarrett, the 5'5" junior on the line, shooting a 1-on-1. This is her first foul shot of the night, and she hits it. A 2-point lead now for the Wildcats. 29.3 seconds left. Looking to make it a 3-point game. Around the rim and out. Lake Region pushes it out.
Better know where Caffrey is.
Sydney Hancock handles the ball out front.
Hancock can also put it up from the outside.
Into the lane. She tries to create the contact, and she's whistled for the travel.
That time Presque Isle did a good job of clogging up the middle. And Hancock had nowhere to go. Coach Hudson's going to take a 30-second timeout.
11.4 seconds left in this one. And a nice job by the Presque Isle defense on that one, not to commit the foul and force that turnover.
Yeah, they really clogged it up, and she ended up shuffling her feet on that and picking up the travel. Both teams now with one timeout left. 11.4 seconds. Look for Presque Isle to try to get the ball in. You may see Lake Region foul quickly and try to put them on the line.
Well, having one more timeout left is certainly an advantage at this point for, or a big benefit for Coach Hudson, as he can send his team out onto the floor, see what he's up against. Although I suspect he's got a pretty good idea what he's going to be facing from this Lake Region team.
Well, but also if they have difficulty getting the ball in, right, he can burn a timeout right here to save the turnover.
Absolutely. 11.4 seconds left. The ball comes into Jarrett. It is loose. And a foul is called. I'll tell you, I didn't even hear the whistle. I couldn't hear the whistle at all.
Yeah, fans on both sides right into this, up on their feet. Lots of noise, lots of excitement. And you know, when you get to the state championship game, this is the kind of game you want. Both teams show up playing hard, coming right down to the wire.
Rachel Wandishin picks up the foul. She goes to the bench, and Allison Clark is in. And on the line to shoot is Chandler Jarrett. She was 1 for 2 from the line last time. And now we've got a timeout. And it is the final timeout taken by Coach True.
Yeah. Lake Region took that right now with 9.7 seconds. Coach True wants to kind of freeze that foul shooter maybe a little bit and certainly talk over what's going to happen here down this stretch. Right now it is a 2-point lead for Presque Isle. It is a 1-1.
Under 10 seconds left. (49-47). Presque Isle with the lead. They'll be on the line. Chandler Jarrett will be shooting 1-1.
Makes the first. If she makes the first, it's a 3-point game. If she can make the second one, could make it a 2-possession game.
Well, they're both big foul shots, but certainly if she can hit that first one, that second one becomes huge. Because Lake Region certainly has plenty of 3-point weapons on their side. Jarrett, 1 for 2 from the line, her last trip. She made her first, missed the second. She misses the first. Rebound taken down by Lake Region. Pushing it up. Hancock, Sydney Hancock gives off to Clark. The three, no good. Rebound ripped out of the hands by Presque Isle, and the Wildcats are the 2012 Class B Girls State Champs.
And the celebration is going on at midcourt. Presque Isle came into the Eastern Maine tournament at 18-0. People said, yeah, they're 18-0, but what kind of a schedule did they play? And they've proven what a great year they've had right here.
Presque Isle High School Wildcats, the Maine Principals Association 2012 State of Maine Class B Invitational Basketball Tournament champions. Great season, great tournament, great game.